We're beginning to observe a bit of it here. And we think it's important not to let it slide, but to draw your attention to this. Now, again, another to draw the country's attention to it, that Mr. Mohammed's party says that it has won majority of the regions, and therefore it can extrapolate that it ought to win the presidential election. For the avoidance of doubt, we need to remind everybody of what the rules of engagement are and what the facts are. The rules of engagement is in Article 63, Clause 3 of the Constitution 1992. And I'll read you just a little bit of it. It says, a person shall not be elected as the president of Ghana unless at the presidential election, the number of votes cast in his favor is more than 50% of the total number of valid votes cast at the election. It has absolutely nothing to do with the regions that you claim or you purport to have won. The constitutional provision of who wins a presidential election is in Article 63, Clause 3. Please take time and read it and educate the Ghanaian public that if any candidate comes to tell you that he thinks that he has won a region which he thinks is big, therefore he should be the next president, or a collection of regions. Ghana's election is not an electoral college like what happens in the US. Ghana's election, in accordance with Article 63, Clause 3, is simple. You have to win 50% plus 1 of the votes for the presidential election. And so please, this misinformation or disinformation that is being introduced into the Ghanaian election as it goes on is important that we call it out so that the general public does not fall for it and begin to correlate that, oh, therefore, if this person wins X number of regions, then he should be declared president. No, there's an exercise for doing that, and that exercise, we understand, is being done by the Electoral Commission. In conclusion, the Electoral Commission has proven, I think, over the last 8 elections, he has the capacity to do that which is doing. We want to urge the general Ghanaian population and all other stakeholders to remain calm, to remain vigilant, yes, and to follow the EC's processes and the updates that the EC will give us, and not be moved by comments now by a presidential candidate to do otherwise. And this is what we believe the government ought to put out at this stage in the election tonight. I'll do a quick summary in tree, and then I will take your questions. If we're in church, I will say, and you are no adofo. And you may yadamo sese monya brena moshia ya wahase. Na mum ye frem waha eyen sembe mienu miensabi. Mifi ase no mi kire mu se de ntia me na me gina ha kasa ne se mini Minister of Information. But abatwe me so na me ye candidate. Kasa me kan enye parties and asem na make Ghana ban ena e kasa ena si me so se me ena me kasa ma Ghana ban. De ntia anwubre Ghana ban ene oman ni di nkomo ne se presidential candidates ne baako Yewura Mahama ababonten be central phone shim be donhwere baako ne fa ana be donhwere baako ni na okekansem bi ansem no aban susu enye NPP party aban and the entire meeting ne say there's a difference between me as candidate and me as Minister of Information. Ghana aban susu say we say ye ka ho asem bi o say ono ne party enye majority of parliament o say the supporters enfiase enyomani eno e kasakwa de o kan so omuntin singu krom enji omani nye dede se omadi nkonim o say EC no e kataso muamuaso asesa election results no na soldier for crampo ka ho bi na onim Ghana bakosem we say se be entoto na se ensem a wotepe e wo se yetu eho anamo na sei na Ghana ban ese wo sansem we ho de di kan se presidential candidate be announced Yewura Mahama as the party winning parliamentary majority pacho e mogo sabre the entire mogo ni say Ghana parliamentary elections you were returning officers were 275 collation centers more central phone na more nkofo 275 collation centers obi obedi nkunim bi ha mo na mbo ho dewuro anabeboa enti say sabre so obi a winning parliamentary majority 140 a senka ba na mo kan ama ye nyina ayate Mumpa amowo 275 obi de otifi on de hu ye ba mo amowo 275 collation centers no mo krampo mu hu yen kan ti se kan enye dede nyi omani no Say okay peace pact nanu ya omoko signing wo na Kempinski ana moving pick Yewura Mahama Mampeni Akufo-Addo the chief justice o nyina de omsabe sha ase ese sabre ya yekwa akoto abe ana se abato brisi eniyembe bia wachitafo krampo ya ebetumi di oye ni aba no wo krampo no wo de wonsa shekrata ase se ubetu omfo ahwema omate asan mo manye sade se se de Yewura Mahama nana one ne mpanimfo ehye omachitafo kutupa se omonti insikrum de ye den se omukan no so de wani hwe kruma obi anhye den ne akire ye boga na fo abaso nemom e wo se ye bo mu kokko se sabre yisi mpanimfo ke ko mo ne ma bum no so obi petu be catch candidate petu be catch say tisi krom ye a emu ayuram kakra isan say ebetumi e the tension akosoro yet say campaigns mi no na wo ma na we afre central for na we afre central for no obi aka na sem na say afi candidate na nkasa be